real estate's fun, but I want to talk about you because you have. It feels like you've lived many lives. You speak how many languages?
Well, I will say right now I speak 4, but I am working on 6. So let's just do that.
Tell me more about that.
So no, my first language is Hungarian, but I was born in Czechoslovakia, so I speak Slovakian and Czech. Then I was studying Italian, but now my English is much better than that. And I'm kind of like forgetting my Italian, but now I'm learning Spanish. So that's how it comes.
How many languages do you speak?
2. English and a language of love.
Oh my
That's super cheesy.
That's amazing. So when you get
I love it though. He never did this before. Okay.
But it was funny when we first met.
that was funny.
When we first met, she didn't speak very good English.
Okay.
And so like I never knew what she was saying. And she'd always like call me. I was just like, I don't understand what this girl's saying. And then,
No, I like texting back then too.
But it was great because like, I didn't realize how many opinions she had once her English got better. I'm just kidding again.
But that's true.
How did y'all meet?
Just mutual friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we were only friends for 3 years.
Okay.
So it was, we started that way and then we blossomed.
I knew where my end goal was.
Okay.
Just had to get there.
That's
so,
fair.
Yeah.
That's good. You got to work for the things you love.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing. So is language just a passion of yours or?
Oh, I don't think actually I'm that good at languages. I don't think
She's great at
I was just going to say you speak.
Yeah,
but because I was
6.
no, but I was exposed to that. I actually don't think I'm that natural in languages. Like I have an accent. It would be very hard or almost impossible for me to get rid of it. Obviously, if I will put more time to it, then it would be different. But I just feel I am actually really not natural at it. I just got very lucky that I was exposed to these languages.
I love that. And how often are you speaking other languages? I mean,
so I speak Hungarian with with our daughter.
Oh, sure.
I cannot really talk to her in any other language because this is my own language. This is, this is just a bond. Like, yes, I cannot do it any other way. And I speak with my mom every single day. So that's Hungarian. And occasionally I speak Slovakian, Czech, not really. Italian, not anymore. Spanish, I'm trying here and there, especially when we go to vacation in Cancun.
Oh, sure.
Or
Yeah.
somewhere. So that's it. But every day it's 2 languages at least.
I mean, she only talks to our daughter in Hungarian.
That's amazing.
Nothing else. So I'm the one who's
Teaching her
giving
English.
her English. Yeah.
But what a great gift y'all are giving your daughter because, like you said, you were exposed to it and it's just natural. I was never exposed to my father speaks fluent Spanish, never talked to me as a kid in Spanish. I can't, my 3 brothers can't speak Spanish. And I'm like, Dad, what were you doing? That would have been such a great skill to have. Like, and their isn't it easier for children to pick up multiple languages?
They are just
my mom
incredible.
speaks to her in Mandarin. So she's
What?
2 years old,
Yeah.
so she can count to 10 in Mandarin, English, and Hungarian.
Yeah.
She's 2.
So cute.
It's like,
That's amazing.
yeah, I mean, like, she's a little sponge. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see it. Like you always hear about it, but like when you have
Yeah.
a girl, you're like, oh wow, this is impressive.
And she, she reacts to all 3 languages right away.
Yeah.
So she might don't speak it. Like I think at this point she probably speaks the most Hungarian.
Yeah.
And then English and Mandarin.
Which
not
like
as
I'm going to
much.
be in trouble, right? Because I don't really understand Hungarian, and now her and my little daughter are going to be gossiping about me, and I'm going to have no idea what's being said. They're going to look at me and
We will never.
I'm glad you said that because I was thinking that when
I'm
you
like
were saying that. I
Google
was like,
Translator, like what's happening
all the time.
Yes.
All the time.
Which is how I talk to her dad.
Oh, that's amazing. Where are your parents?
So my parents are actually in Slovakia.
Okay.
And my brother, he lives in Hungary.
Amazing. Do you
Yeah.
visit often?
We were just there this.
We were there this May.
May, yeah.
Almost the
Nice.
entire May. Yeah.
Nice. That's great. And you also were an actress.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I mean, that's my utter love.
That's her number 1.
Okay.
No, number 1 is Kingsley.
Okay.
Number 2 and number 3 would be
I'm
acting.
tied.
Her passion is acting.
Yes, my passion. But I feel like it's just, you're just so connected to yourself and to the entire world in the same time when you're acting. It's something that just comes from you. Like you feel it. You transform. You you feel the closest to yourself. Like it's, I don't know, it's beautiful.
That's amazing. Is that why you spent so much time in LA?
That's why I originally moved to LA. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And before LA, where were you?
I was in Hungary prior to that. And yes, because I went to high school to Hungary.
Okay.
So and then my university, and that's where I was working in Hungary.
Nice. And then you moved to the States? To California?
To California, yes.
Nice. And so I guess culturally, obviously it's going to be very different, but like,
Shock.
what are the, tell me about that. I'm just very fascinated.
I don't even know where to start because it's just so different. I feel at this point like almost like having multiple personalities. Even my voice changes when I speak Hungarian. Also, my voice changes when I speak Slovakian or when I speak English. Like my English voice is much higher than my Hungarian because my Hungarian comes from my body, from my soul. It's different. I feel my English is coming from my head. It's my head voice because that's how I'm thinking. And, it's not as subconscious yet.
Right.
So the same with, and I think I'm just trying to put it together. Like, I'm Hungarian, I'm Slovakian, I'm American now.
Yeah.
I got my
She's a citizen.
citizenship.
Hey, congrats.
And thank you. and it's all wonderful if you choose to look at all the good things in it. Like in America, I love how I feel people are not as judgmental as in Hungary. I feel in Hungary there's always a but. Like you cannot look at the performance or anything and say, oh, this is wonderful. Like I love how Americans are much more supporting each other. I love how they are cheering on, the other person, and they believe that, okay, if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just getting chills because it's such a wonderful thing. When in Hungary, it's a little bit of difference and the other way around. But in the same time, I'm such a proud Hungarian, and I love my, my roots and being a part of this amazing nation that's brought so many scientists and sorry, I don't want to. I'm getting passionate. I'm sorry.
That's
okay,
amazing.
I'm gonna calm down.
No, don't.
So
awesome.
it's wonderful because I still identify as a Hungarian, and I still love the relationship that I have, for example, with my mom, that I think it's such a unique relationship that I don't really see, or how our family, how our unity works back home in a very traditional way. I still love that at home and that relationship, and that's what I'm trying to carry on with our daughter Kingsley too. That very, very close bond that
Right.
I have to talk with my mom every single day. Otherwise, I don't know how would I survive.
Yeah. Is there like multi-generation homes in Hungary?
So we did live on our own since I was 7-year-old.
Okay.
But I was extremely close with my grandparents, and that's one of the most amazing thing. And I just feel like that's very hard for us to be here and be far away from my parents. And the good thing is that we are closer to Jason's parents, so Kingsley's exposed at least much more to his parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Well, in FaceTime, and
But it's not the same when you smell the person, when you can hug them. Like it's,
or
it's
eat a
just
meal
so,
that they prepared for you. Or
oh my God, like that,
Yeah.
like the meal. Like one of my love languages, I think, it's to cook and
Yes.
take care of you and take care of my family, and that definitely comes from home.
That's amazing. And you said, Jason, your mom speaks Mandarin.
Yes.
So, tell me about that. That's amazing.
I don't speak it, unfortunately. It was kind of one of those things, growing up in the 80s, being like a little mixed Asian kid in Texas, speaking
Sure.
Mandarin, get picked on a little bit back in the day.
It's so unfortunate. Though.
Yeah. But, kind of like you, I wish my mom would have, pushed that more.
Yeah.
But, my family's history is similar. Like we're very close, but it's just me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. Like our relatives and stuff like that we're not as close with, so
Okay.
it's just kind of just us four and my sister's kids and stuff
Sure.
like that. But yeah, I mean, but going back to her, like when we were in Hungary, it was really fun. You know, what I mean, to because you see the closeness and the love that they have, and I think we don't go back enough. So I think now that Kingsley's a little older. I mean, when we flew there, she was like 17 months old. I don't know. That's a long flight with a little kid under 2 years old. I can tell you that much.
I bet.
Who does not sleep in a car, neither on a plane.
She didn't sleep at all for that 18 hours. You're just like.
But she was amazing. She only cried 3 times, and the longest cry was 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I think we do have the best daughter, though. I have to say, like,
Amazing.
and I'm not biased, but she is much better than a dream. Like, you cannot dream. I'm getting emotional, but you really cannot dream.
She's not biased at all
I can
on
tell.
our child.
Of course.
It's incredible.
That's amazing. Steve and I don't have children, but we have 3 nephews now that one's 3 months, so he's not super fun yet, but the other 2 are 2 and 4, and they've been spending a lot of time with us. They have their own room. They have bunk beds here. They've got it's like, it is the special, like they're just little. Well, Briggs is 4. He's a perfect, sweet baby angel. Sutton is 2, and he's a terrorist, but he's so fun. And we love having him. And it's a different, like, energy that kiddos bring and kind of view of the world. And everything else kind of melts away because you're totally focused on keeping them alive, which is a huge responsibility because, that would be terrible. But it's moving for sure. Yeah. It doesn't make me want to have children, but we love having them every other weekend, and it's a lot of fun.
She's already thought about number 2 for us.
Woo-hoo.
Yes.
He
wants it too. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, seems like he really does. When she goes to school, that's going to be amazing. The dual language, or the, I guess, tri-language that she can speak.
And they teach Spanish in the
school. Yeah, we are.
Like,
and she's taking actually Spanish classes already, but.
Oh, she is?
Yes. I'm taking her.
She's got her in everything.
4 languages by the time she's like 6.
I hope so.
That's amazing.
Because it's easy. Right now, it's easy. She doesn't know. She just, she's learning it while playing. I know how hard is it to start to learn from zero a new language. Like I did that when I was 26-year-old, and it's very hard.
I took sign language for my foreign language, because it worked. Because I was like, I took Spanish in high school, and it was just sheer memorization to get through the test. Like I couldn't. And that's why I was so mad at my dad, because he'd be like, "Here, let me help you," and I was like, "You should help me when I was like 18 months old, not at 17 years old." But yeah, language is hard. It's really hard, and people have tried to solve it. Right? The Rosetta Stone was one, and then Babbel, and all of these like learn a new language on this app, and it's like it's not that easy. It's so hard.
No,
I can't even imagine. Back to the school though. How great is it that she's gonna grow up with her neighbors and her friends and go to the same school, and like, are y'all excited for that?
Yeah, I mean, yes. But it's funny because we had, Henny was like, we're going to put her in like a daycare, just like twice a week to, expose her. And we pay for like a full year of daycare.
Okay.
Summer and
non-refundable. And she's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't let her go.
Yeah.
So she never went to daycare yet. So I think Mama Bear is going to have a hard time.
That's good. That's natural.
No, it's just, you think of yourself, how cool you are, and that you have an idea what an amazing, great, cool mom you're going to be, or a parent, and that's not like that. But I don't think I'm a helicopter mom.
No.
Maybe just a chopper.
From a distance.
No, it's just, it's so much fun to have her around. And I know that once she has to go to school, I'm not going to be able to be there every single moment. So why not to use this? And we are so fortunate because we can work most of the time from home. We are both, like she's with us, like with both of us, and we can cover for each other. So why to put her to school right now when we don't have to? Like, we are fortunate not to do it. So we are just trying to juice out every single moment we can with
That's
her.
amazing. Yeah, I totally get it. And that's why you need to have another baby. So that when
Yes.
she goes to school, then you have
I
another
have
little life at home.
another one
I like
to
the
have.
strategy. I see
Thank you.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a good plan. Yeah, this has been fun. Are you guys still good on time?
Yeah.
You've done more than 700 episodes of one specific show.
Of one specific show, yes.
What? Tell me about this.
It was in Hungary.
Okay.
And I did 6 seasons of the show. It's a daily show. It's kind of like ER because it was a hospital TV show. And I played the very negative, not too good girl. That was my role.
She's the villain.
I was the villain.
Which
and
is so bizarre because you're like the
I'm
sweetest
so nice.
soul. Yes.
Yeah, it was really interesting because especially back then, you know, like in Hungary, I don't know if you had that TV show from, I think it was South American TV show Esmeralda. She was blind, and in Hungary they were even, you know, trying to raise money for her eye surgery. So that's the era when I was starting in this TV show.
Okay.
So even from the newspaper, you know, reporters, they were kind of afraid of me when they first sat down with me. And then everyone was just like, oh my God, you're actually nice.
Oh, because of the character you played.
character. And I'm like, well, what were you thinking? They're like, we were so afraid. We were like, you know, rock, paper, scissoring, who is going to do the interview with you? Because we were thinking like one way. And then I think I convinced them that I'm pretty good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So now I think, I think now people who know me or you know, like from that era, they kind of see my true colors.
That's wild. What was the name of the show you were on?
It was Good Times and Bad Times. So
Okay.
Jóban Rosszban.
I love it. And it was like ER.
It's a little bit ER, like more on the soap opera side.
I love it. I'm going to watch it with subtitles. That sounds amazing. I loved ER. And I loved, what was the big show growing up? Days of Our Lives. Wasn't that a big one here?
Days of Our Lives.
Remember?
Yeah.
Soap operas. That's wild. So acting also is one of your passions. Have you done, what else have you done? If you were in LA, so I'm sure you did other.
So just very small things.
Okay.
In LA, small things, and in Slovakia and in Hungary, I did multiple things.
Are you creative? Like, are you like an artist or do you music or anything else? Because I feel like,
Well,
She's a really good art drawer, like artist.
But I went to school for that. So I can actually teach little kids up till 10-year-old how to draw, but I'm just so slow. Like I'm not, and I'm not as, like, I think actually Jason is much more creative than I am. I'm more like, once I see it, I can, you know, like work with it. But I think between two of us, Jason is even more creative. Once I have my papers, and obviously improvising is pretty good too, but I love to have, you know, a schedule. I love to have a script. I love to know where is the camera. I love to know my cues, and then I can be free and let it go and then act. But Jason is just so much more creative. I think, like, he is having these amazing ideas that my only job is to support.
amazing. What kind of ideas do you have?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. Like,
She's my instrument,
fair enough.
Muse.
my vessel.
The vessel for creativity. That's amazing. It's really cool because you're good. How long have you've been together? How long? Like as a couple?
10 years.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's so fun that you're like that you still like that you have this. Like, it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we really like each other. Like,
We do laugh and have a lot of fun.
I think.
Oh, real quick. The real funny thing when we first started dating.
Okay.
Right. So, because she's still fairly new to the United States. I remember one day she came home and she's like, "Oh my gosh, babe, I got the best thing you have to try. You have to try it. I bought a bunch of it." I'm like, "Okay, what is it? What is it?" She's like, "Have you heard of this thing called Pop-Tarts?" She's like, "Oh my God."
Like, I'm familiar.
I was like, "I know a Pop-Tart or two, yeah."
Yeah, I've seen a Pop-Tart or two in my day.
Well, obviously, he had to show me lots of things,
like
in
soft
America.
pretzel. She
so-
didn't know what that was. She's like, what is this? Like, so like that was also in the beginning was really fun because you don't realize like how different the cultures are and what we've been exposed to and what they've been exposed to and stuff like that. And but some of the things that I thought was like funny jokes, she's just like, huh? And I'm like, oh yeah, you didn't live here. Never
A little
mind.
pop culture.
Yeah.
goes-
Oops.
No, I'm good from 2011 or 2013 and up. Underneath that, I'm like, huh?
She used to not know why. Not James Earl Jones, but what's his name? Voice.
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
She never knew why we liked it so much, and she's like, "That's what he sounds like," because everything is dubbed over there.
Yes.
Right.
So she was like,
oh my God, Liam Neeson. Also, I'm
Okay.
like, wow, like that's something special. Like I love it.
That's amazing. That would be so fun. So I have to go back to the Pop-Tart thing.
Yes.
What's your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart?
Cinnamon.
Really?
Love it.
Okay. That's an interesting. I like the just strawberry with the frosting.
Because you are fruity.
Okay.
I mean, not fruity, but you like fruity stuff.
Yeah, I do.
That's like Jason.
Okay.
I like the heavy. Like I'm a chocolate caramel tiramisu Nutella girl.
Okay.